We have the big guns. We've got O'Connor, Noonan, Cornfoot, Dalglish, and then we have Dale as well. And then they've tagged on the two non-finishers at the tail of the field. So they reversed the top 9 that finished the race and popped on the 2 that did not finish at the very tail. So look out for the back couple of rows of the grid. This is going to be an absolute cracker. Here we go. The lights are... a long hold out, finally. We're underway. Look for the big trucks to try and make their way through immediately. Fern has done so. He's leading the way, and he's been followed through by O'Connor from 5th on the grid. Through as well comes the machine of the number 60 of Dale. What a start from him from miles back in the top 10. And the Tringali truck is being overtaken now as well by Dalglish. You saw the big slide for the lightweight truck out of turn number 1.
Prillwitz,
Oh,
massive.
Dale's wide at turn number 3. That leaves the door open for O'Connor. And they're side by side through. They can't even see, but they are. I can assure you of that. Through turn number 4. The lightweight truck's now at the tail of the field. Out in front, Fern's bolted. But behind that, we have Dale. Then we have O'Connor. And just behind him, another of the big rigs. I believe it was Noonan just behind that. No, sorry, it's Dalglish in the number 1 truck. Oh, O'Connor. That's a big, huge slide. He's still fighting it all the way underneath the gum tree. He's taken to the curb on the inside. He's lost a lot of ground to the truck ahead, but he has just about held on to 3rd.
Wipers working really hard there on one of the trucks too. Not seeing any rain from here, but perhaps it is down on the bottom of the track. Side gather of trucks, a gaggle of them. What do you call a group of trucks?
A gaggle, by the sounds of it.
That'll do today. Working your way up the back straight, too wide around that very awkward left-hand corner.
I think there's contact there between the two of them. Tringali, a bit of a unique truck, that one. As we say, brand new to the series this weekend, and has fallen behind Prillwitz. Here comes Noonan, though, a big send up the inside from miles back. The Scania, good under brakes, pulls off the position with a bit of a kick of oversteer just to show that he's made the pass. Here comes Cornfoot as the rain, look, I think it's coming down at turn 12. Look at the rain on the camera lens.
Yeah, definitely there. Not seeing it here at this point, but easy pass there up the front straight by 42, being Noonan.
The Fuel Doctor sponsored machine. I call him the Fuel Doctor. He's not 46 like Rossi. He's not the Doctor. He's the Fuel Doctor, number 42.
Yeah.
Goes across the old start-finish line, which has been the start line and the finish line for these guys for many, many, many years. First time using the long track here at Winton this weekend, which is absolutely fantastic to see. But Prillwitz runs a little bit wide, does Mitchell, and he comes under pressure from Cornfoot as a result. So Prillwitz lost out to Noonan in the first couple of corners, and I think he might lose another spot here as well. The Mack truck driver doing everything to try and hold the position. And speaking of holding position, that is not what the 96 has done. He has just lost 3rd place to Brett Dalglish.
Great move, and Dalglish into that really tight corner to come onto the back straight. Makes his way up there past all the campers in the camping field. Jumps onto the brakes for this more than 90-degree left-handed corner onto the extended part of Winton Raceway.
Described by Harry Tompkins in the last race as the worst corner in Australian motorsport.
Ooh.
Due to its tightness on the exit.
Yes, there is a name for it, which I won't mention.
Sounds like it's popular by everybody.
Yes. It is an awkward corner.
Yeah, to say the very, very least. Dale is continuing to extend his margin out at the front of the field. Look at that margin, you can't even see him there. He's just going into turn 1 now. He is now 7 seconds clear of Fern. He pulled 7 seconds on that lap. Half a second was his margin on the end of the first lap. Now 7.5 seconds. Dalglish, though, is catching Fern, so this is going to be the fight to look out for in the next couple of laps. Look at that again, the Fern machine. Sparks coming from the front brakes. We've seen that so many times now. We saw it last year, and we did see it. Oh, Prilwitz, a huge off down at turn number 2. Look at the mud that he's kicked up down there. That was grass a few moments ago. It is slippery, slimy now. In fact, he's going to burst into wheel spin. Yeah, he's going to have to reverse it. This is an awkward moment for Mitchell Prilwitz, but look at how muddy it is down there now.
Incredibly muddy.
He's going to have to send the, Winton going to have to send him an invoice for gardening, I reckon.
Or maybe he could send them an invoice for all the digging he's done.
Yeah, that's a good way to look at it. He rejoins the circuit, but at the very tail of the field. I don't think that's a surprise to anyone with the 5 or 6 point turn it ended up being. As we turn our attention to the fuel doctor, what's he doing out there at the moment?
He's going fast, that's what he's doing. He's doing a great job.
He is, he's catching O'Connor. Last lap, 4 seconds faster. So Noonan catching the number 96 at a vast rate of knots. There he is, just ahead. The number 96 truck has been around for so many years. What I love about this is the fact that there are so many manufacturers, Phil. You know, you got Kenworth, Volvo, Mack, Isuzu, Scania. There's so many brands within the category. It's fantastic.
I think you're just about a truck encyclopedia with the knowledge of makes and models that you've got there.
My life's made easy by the truck team that feed me some of the information. But yes, I try and work out a few facts and stats, but they do give me lots and lots of info as well. So they come across the line. The fuel doctor continues to close in on O'Connor. The margin is 1.8 seconds now. With 3 laps to go, I think that margin could be caught as they come across the old line once more. Look at that. That is definitely less than 2 seconds now, isn't it? He's closing in. And these guys are creating quite a substantial dry racing line at some parts of the circuit here. Not so much around turn number 4, but particularly around turns 1 and 2, it's looking like there's a dry line forming.
Yeah, and yet it's interesting, we were talking about it, we thought it was raining there earlier on, but I think it was somebody's just got their wipers on to try and trick everybody else.
Yeah, I think you might be right.
He's turned them off.
Yeah, very much so. Fern is being attacked now by Dalglish out there on the circuit. Dale, though, is 11 seconds down the road. He won the race earlier on today, won the second of the co-driver races at round 1 at Malala Motorsport Park. So Dale's looking to make it 3 from 4 in the team's championship, and that is why he won the team's championship last year.
Yeah.
He did a fantastic job throughout the course of the season. The trucks, as we say, they're going from strength to strength as a series. We should say, for the first time, they have their merch truck down there in the paddock. So make sure you go and check that out if you are here at Winton.
The front brakes on 23 are just glowing, almost white hot.
Yeah.
As he gets to the end of that back straight, it's incredible to see, especially in this low light. They just stand out so much.
Here we go, let's see again the heavy braking points.
There we go.
Look at that. That is spectacular. That is lighting up the night sky almost.
In fact, there is sparks coming from that disc.
Yeah, big sparks, lots and lots of sparks coming from it. We'll get a good view down here at turn 3 as well. Look at that.
More sparks, lots of them.
That's not a good thing though. As spectacular as it looks, that is not a good sign with 2 laps remaining.
No, that might be a bit of a sign that those brakes will be suffering quite badly. I wouldn't expect that would be within normal operating range.
No. I note that the Trigani truck, while we were busy laughing and smiling at the sparks, the Trigani truck had an off-track excursion down at turn number 10. He has rejoined the track. Not sure if he's lost any places, but these sparks are getting worse and worse and worse, I think. You can see the orange glow through the wheels now. It's that bad. is
I wasn't expecting to see so much sparks this on a day like today, but
yeah.
Boy, is it ever happening.
Dalglish is all over him now, handing him left, right and centre, but where is he going to try and make the move? I said that Dale won the 3 races, or looking to make it 3 from 4 here this afternoon. The other winner is that man, truck number 1, Dalglish. So he's had a good start to his season. Nice exit, but he's on the wrong side for turn number 11. Can he try the cutback? I'm not really sure a cutback's that achievable in these big reeks. You can see that the brakes are beginning to go on the number 1 as well. Oh, they are really on fire now on the number 23.
They're absolutely hammered. So well, it says lap 6 of 6.
Yep, the leader's just started it. He's miles away down the road. 13 now, 0.7 seconds. Fastest lap of the race was just set by Dale Cornfoot. So Cornfoot, slow start to the race, but he's really come on strong late on in this one. Look at those sparks continuing underneath the front of the number 23 truck. Are those brakes going to hold on? There's not that many more braking points for him to do.
There isn't. They'll be putting a little bit of warmth into those front tyres, so he'll have a little bit extra grip.
There's a point raised to me earlier on that, you know, on the short track, there's 2 big braking points, turn 3 as we know it on this layout, and then the final sequence of corners. However, on this longer version, there's an extra 2 huge braking points, and it looks like it might be a bit too much for the front brakes on the number 23 truck. The Volvo out there on the circuit.
Well, they still seem to be hanging on. They're doing really well. I'm surprised that they're still working at all with the amount of temperature that must be getting generated in those brakes. Slides the track coming through the right-hander onto the back straight. Number 1 right behind him, looking for a way around.
Oh, he's going to go for a move up the inside here. Late on the brakes up the inside.
Not going to pull it off there. And the sparks are massive.
Oh.
Yes, now he's got him. Now he's got him.
Fern lost the rear on the tail of the corner. I'm not sure if there was a slight touch. I couldn't quite tell, but Fern nevertheless lost the rear of the truck. And after all that hard work, he finally relinquishes second position, or does he? Dalglish nearly throws it away.
Yeah.
Out in front, Dale takes the race victory in dominant circumstances, but Dalglish should just about hold on to second position, despite nearly throwing it away.
That was great stuff.
Noonan finished with his PB lap on the final lap, a 1:59.2, but the fastest lap of the race. The only person not only in the 58s, but he snuck into the 57s. Dale Cornfoot, a flying final lap. That bodes well for him tomorrow.
It does. It's he's got the speed right underneath that right foot. Seems to be able to wrangle the wheel and get the track around quicker than anybody else, according to that race at least.